Hey guys, good morning. Good to be with you. We're talking about keeping the faith. This is one of the big three things that Paul told people to do. You're going to finish life, you've got to finish the race, you've got to have fought the good fight, and you've got to keep the faith. This last week we've been talking about what that means and what it has meant, and I hope what it will be to you in the future. In order to keep the faith, we've got to let other things go. And I want to suggest to you today that keeping the faith means a lot of letting go of some things and holding on to other things. Let's talk about what it means to let go of stuff today. I used to, as a child, love going to the circus. I don't enjoy it so much now, but in the old days it was always a lot of fun. But I always loved the trapeze act of these people who would swing from one thing to another, but get caught, and you would ooh and you would ah, and the danger of what was taking place up there. And I'm intrigued that there's two people that make up a trapeze act. The first one is the letter Goer. He's the one who lets go, and hopefully he's light or she's light. You're not going to get a 300-pound letter Goer because the little 150-pound guy on the other side is not going to be able to hold on to him. And you've got to make sure that the guy who's the catcher has got dry hands, that he's got powder on his hands, and that he's ready to catch and take the responsibility to receive the one who lets go. Those are the two role players. As I look at that in our Christian life, I sometimes think that as believers today, as Christians, we're the letter goers. We're the ones who let go and fly into the hands of a God who we trust, a God who is ready to receive us at any time and in any situation. In order to be received by Him, it takes a lot of risk, a lot of faith, and an incredible amount of trust to let go. Let's talk about some of the things we need to let go of. We need to let go of our past failures, even some of the good things. Let them go. They're not good for us as we move forward. Let's let go of some of the disappointments and disillusionments and trust that's okay, that we can move ahead in life when we let go of those things. Let's let go of the old religious practices that we once had that may have worked for a while, but God is moving us on into a new relationship with Him. You've got to work all those things out and decide for yourself what you need to let go of. Every one of us has something that we need to let go. Old relationships, old disappointments. You know what I'm trying to say. But on the other side of the trapeze act, we have the guy who's the catcher. He's the one whose responsibility is to hold on to the hands. All the other guy has to do is take the risk to let go. And the receiver, the catcher, takes all the responsibility to receive and to catch. Clearly, in our analogy, that's a picture of God. God says, if you'll let go, I'll catch. And a beauty of this people is that as I read the Bible and as I see people letting go, I'm often just blown away and in total amazement that God has a perfect track record as a catcher. If we'll just let go. He has never let anybody down. He has never failed in His ability to catch. When He has instructed, there's the key, you to let go, He says, all you have to do is trust and fly, and I'll do the rest. You're saying, hey Dunham, is it really that simple? Well, I want to suggest to people it probably is. The reason we don't know that is because we've never trusted enough to let go. When I think of Peter walking on the water, he had to let go of the boat. You're not going to carry on walking into where God wants you to go while you're dragging along an old boat that's about to sink. He had to let go of the prevailing wisdom of the people on that boat who said, Peter, we've never ever seen anybody walk on water. Peter, it's impossible to walk on water. And Peter had to let that prevailing wisdom's advice go in order to be caught and received by Jesus. We all know the story. Peter didn't do it perfectly, did he? He messed up a bit. At least he got out the boat, and Jesus was applauding him, saying, Peter, well done, you got out of the boat. Now come to me. And as he flew through that thing, he found, on the other hand, even though he failed, a secure catcher. You know the story. As Peter was walking, he saw the storm, the bigness, the lightning, the thunder, and it was frightening, and these huge waves were threatening to break over and to consume him. And he did what many of us do. We took our eyes, and he took his eyes off Jesus, and he went down. But you know the story too, that as he cried out for help, he looked up, and there was his catcher ready to receive him and to take him to where he wanted to go. People, it's all about letting go. I'm asking you today, are you willing to let go of stuff, of people who you think you need in order to be what Jesus wants you to be? Let them go. And you'll find that on the other side is a great catcher. You take the risk, he'll take the responsibility to be the best catcher. He'll have dry hands, no sweaty hands over here. He will receive you with great joy. Just let go. Think of the prodigal. He had to let go of his dismal past in order to be received by the strong hands of his Father. Maybe today, there's something in your life that you may need to think about and need to do. Don't just think about it. For goodness sake, let go and let God receive. You're going to have a good day. Bye-bye.